Hey everybody, and welcome back to White Rabbit VR. Okay, so let's talk about Vail VR. This is a brand new VR game going into open beta on July 1st, and it's free, which I honestly don't like, but you probably knew that. I think anyone who watched my Pavlov Shack videos will know that I'm not someone who believes in free-to-play games. That usually means something negative that I have to give in or give up, whether it's pay-to-win mechanics, spending twice as long for the same perk, or if it just means millions of squeakers that I need to spend time muting. I don't like it. But that doesn't mean it won't be good. And that doesn't mean they won't do it right. If it's something like I've heard it being, which is maybe season pass based like in Call of Duty, or if it's an extra home-based feature like ice hockey or Connect 4, then I'm all for it. I'm totally down with that. And especially the latter because it doesn't affect competitive gameplay. And it does add an extra flair to one of the first FPS comp games I've seen that has a social aspect to it, which is totally giving me Sword Art Gun Gale vibes, and I fuck with that. 100% fucks with that. But what do we know about Gun Gale? I mean Vail VR. Actually, fuck, now that this is in my head, I hope they totally do a Gun Gale arena style game type. That would be badass. Anyways, yeah, what do we know? Well, this one seems to touch a lot of areas, and that makes me happy, but skeptical, of course. But I will say that there is some good people on this by the looks of it, who I think will lead it in the right direction, with people like Thrill and Oasis giving feedback, and the entourage of gamers that they bring with them into the mix to test the game out and give feedback. I feel like I'm leaning back towards the positive side, but that is of course to be seen. Three little letters like N, F, and T come up and things get a little dicey, but I'm not the only one who thinks that, and I think that they know it too. They being XLab, which is I guess XLab, or XLab. I'm just gonna go with XLab, it's easier to say. So XLab is a small independent company trying to make something awesome. They have a team and leadership that care about the product as well as the industry, and even more so, they care about post-launch. They want to make this game an actual competitive esports pillar, and they've already secured the way to do it, and that is getting IVRL, or International Virtual Reality League, presenting the first Vail VR tournament in venue in Miami, Florida. We're talking LAN, not online, across the globe. That's flying in teams, in venue, playing for 35,000 USD plus. And the game hasn't even launched yet. I mean, that's guts, and I love it. But I care about the experience. I want to know how the weapons feel, how they respond, and how immersive it is. But the fact that XLab has gone ahead and actually gone to the firing range to test out the weapons in-game, in real life, to make sure that they feel right is a big bonus for me. That means they're bringing real-world experience into the virtual one, and that's the foundation for immersion. The visuals look decent to me, nothing special but nothing really poor as of what I've seen so far. The character models could use some work, but that falls in a low priority for me because they have obviously spent the time on the things that matter. As an example, the collision detection. I love that this is in the game. It's so important for weapons to not just clip through walls, but the extra mechanics that I'm seeing make it even sweeter. Like the fact that I can hold my weapon against a table or wall to give it stability is awesome. It's something that makes a VR game the best way to go for me. What are some of the other mechanics that I've seen from the videos? Well, the first one I actually didn't like was the grenades. It seems like as soon as you toss them, they become live, which at first I didn't like because I can see a lot of accidentally dropped nades that then can't be picked up and placed back in pouch, but will then just be active and explode, killing you and your teammates. Not good. But after a little consideration and watching a bit more, I thought of something that made me excited to try it out. One-handed nades. Currently, if I want to pull the pin and chuck, I need two hands for this. And when you take tracking jitter or tracking loss, physical stock reattachment, and then weapon regrip and sight up, that's a lot just to throw a nade. But with no more need than to hand off foregrip, grasp nade from the pouch, and throw between enemy feet, that's all one hand, which means off nade hand is still on the weapon grip, which means more lead is going downrange while I toss bangers at your face. And that's awesome, and I can't wait to try that. The vaulting looks good, but just good so far. I mean, obviously right now it's in specific spots only, and from what I can see, they still have some animation or transition issues issues because there seems to be a few black frames between the top of the ledge and the standing animation, but I'm sure that will be fixed. At least I hope so. I like that there is interaction between player models. So like I can affect the weapon of another player, like reloads, or a scene in the video about pulling back the action or something like this. I think this is more of a thrill than a mechanic, because I don't know how to use this in a competitive landscape, but I'm excited to see it used in something other than just funny videos, you know, if it can be. I like the social aspect of this. I think it's missing in a lot of games, and that's what is held very dear to a lot of VR users. I just hope there isn't any mirror walls. But yeah, it looks like a lot of fun can be had in the home base, or whatever it might be called. I like that there is still a shooting range, which is always good, but I don't see a tactical shoot house to run through, which I always love. It's a good way to test your skills and ADS quick firing to win more 1v1 engagements. But hey, I guess Connect 4 will have to do for now. There are plans to have some kind of virtual events like Thrill has done before in VR chat, but that is yet to be seen. Will Vail be the new drunken rave party with what looks like GIMP masks instead of furries? It's like we're transitioning from Vegas to Berlin. But anyways, I mean, I'm cool with it. I have no idea what's gonna happen, but you know, it's exciting and terrifying, and that's kind of cool. Okay, so how do you get into this game? Well, you have to go onto Steam and request permission to join the beta, which releases this Friday, July 1st. Please keep in mind that this is currently a PC VR game and is not yet on the Quest, although they do have plans to. But since the game is currently free, you can save up some money and get yourself a Wi-Fi 6 router and play it wirelessly with your Quest 2 from your PC. If you don't have a PC, then I'm sad to say you won't be able to play this game yet. I have not yet been accepted into the beta, but I hope I do, because I want a shot at this $35K and a free trip to Miami, so I can show that the old guys in VR still got it. Okay, so this is all I know so far from my side of Vail VR. I'm excited to get into this game. I'm hoping, I guess about 3 days from now, on Friday the 1st, that I will have access to the game. If I don't, I'll be with the rest of you watching videos online to try and get my fix. But until then, don't forget to follow the White Rabbit.